Karen, how are you? How are you, Karen? I hope that you are doing so well. I hope that you are also doing perfectly fine. I hope that you are fine. All right, that's perfect. If you are just okay. Akim, how are you? Okay. Okay. All right. Let me see the greetings. Okay, Kunda, Kolala, how are you? Messi, Godfrey Chisabi. Godfrey Chisabi, it's been long. Where have you been? Ruben, Mr. Ruben, how are you? Even though we have greeted each other in the group. Christabel, Sandra, and others. I do hope that we are perfectly fine. I do hope that we are just fine. So, like, if you can check verbal, I am okay, Rona. How about you? If you can check, guys, I am having different compositions. If you can check, I am having different what? Compositions. That's what I'm having as for now. I am having different kinds or other types of compositions. That's what I'm having. All right. So guys, you have to be very much careful when it comes to section A composition. So section A composition comes like this. This is how it comes. Is it visible, guys? Are we able to see the words? Are we able to see everything? Are we able to see everything? Are the words okay? Hey Vera. Okay, anyone to confirm if it's way too visible enough? Are the words way too clear? Are we able to see everything? Are we able to see each and every single word? Okay, that's perfect. I've seen Akim confirming, Karen, Sandra confirming, saying that it's clear. All right, guys. Thank you, Maker. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Margarita. Okay, Benson. Thank you. All right, guys. Now, guys, let us start. And before I even start, I hope that we do have books. I hope that our books are open. If you are not having a book, I kindly request you to get your book. Okay? I kindly request you to get a book. Open it. I do hope that our books are open. So get your book, guys. Get your book, get your book, get your book, get your book. Open it, open it, open it, open it. And your pen must be very much available because we will be writing compositions together. Are our books ready, guys? Are our books available? Are our books open? Are our pens ready? I hope that our books are ready and our pens are very much available. All right. I'm seeing some people, they are confirming, saying that, okay, yes, 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 yes. Okay, I am seeing this comment saying that, sir, I can't see anything. Is it true? Or maybe let me try to do this. Okay. How is it now, Rachel? How is it, Rachel? Are you able to see now? Are the words way too visible now? After zooming, is everything perfect now? I think now it's way too clear. Guys, Rachel is still saying I can't see anything. Is it true? Are we all facing some challenges when it comes to seeing the words? Guys, also others to confirm, are the words way too visible enough, or some people are facing challenges? Are we able to see, guys? Are we able to see? Are we able to see? Are we able to see the words? Kindly, I want about 5 people, or rather 10, to confirm if we are able to see the words. If we are able to see everything here. Okay, some people, they're saying that it's visible. I think it's network. It's your network. All right? I think, Rachel, it is your network, the one which is not okay, because everyone here is confirming, saying that it's clear, which means it is your problem. Okay, let us start now. Let us start, guys. So let us start from, all right, let us start from the instructions. Okay, that's perfect, guys. Guys, if you check, it reads what? Section A. Okay, it says Section A, 20 marks. Section A, 20 marks. And they are saying what? And they are saying you are advised to spend not more than 50 minutes on this section. They are saying you are advised to spend not more than 50 minutes on this section. Guys, you have to understand that this language which is being said here, it means something which is very much good. I hope we understand this language here, which says you are advised to spend not more than 50 minutes on this section. They are saying not more than 50 minutes. This simply means that the composition which you are going to pick here, you must write it in less than 50 minutes. That's what it means. Okay? That's what it means. The composition which you are going to pick here, you have to write it in less than 50 minutes, which means you have to write it in 45 minutes and below. That's how you, that's what it means. Okay? Your composition in this case, you must write it in less than 50 minutes, meaning what? 45 minutes and below, so to say. And what are they saying? Write on one. What are they saying? They're saying write on one. Okay? Write on one, which means you just have to pick one composition here. You just have to pick only one composition here, not two, but one. They are saying write on one of the following topics. You should write between 250 and 350 words. Guys, 250 and 350 words, this simply means you have to write one page must be full and a half. 250 and 350 words, this simply means that you have to write one page must be full, one page must be full and a half. That's what 250 and 350 words means. It doesn't mean that you have to write 3 pages, 5 pages. No, you just have to write one page must be full and a half, just a half. Even if you have just written 3 lines, or rather you have just written 2 lines, as long as you have written one page is full and a half. That's what it means. So words written beyond the word limit will not be considered to be part of your composition. I hope we have heard that part, okay? Whereby you have written this page is full, the other page is full, that other page is full. That thing is not needed here. That thing is not what? Needed. So one page must be full and a half. Okay? That's when 250 and 350 words will be considered. Now guys, let us see. Take note guys here, they have said what? Write on one. And how many questions here. How many compositions do we have? We have 6. Okay, we have 6 compositions here. If you check, we have number 1, 2, 3, up to what? Up to number 6. We have number 1, 2, 3, up to number what? 6 composition. We have number 1, 2, 3, up to number what? Number 6 composition. Guys, we just have to choose one. There are 6 compositions. We just have to pick what? One. And you just have to be very much careful, guys. The compositions in section A, here in section A of paper 1, they are unguided. Meaning what? No points or no, which means no points will be given unto you to help you when it comes to your writing. Okay? No guided points will be given unto you to help you in your writing. Number 1, you have to come up with your own points. Number 2, you have to know the format. Number 3, you have to know how to start, how to end. Guys, if we can try to observe very well, between section A composition and section B composition, the tricky compositions are in section A. Why am I saying so? Because in section A, the compositions are unguided. You just have to come up with everything by yourself. But in section B, you will be given some points. You will be given some backup, some ideas, okay? Whereby you will be picking, joining in paragraphs. But in this case, there is no. You just have to come up with everything by yourself. That's what you have to understand, okay? You have to come up with everything by yourself, okay? Now let us start. Let us check. We have this question which says, write a story, okay? Write a story. When you see a question here which says, write a story, you have to know that this is what we call a what? A narrative type of a composition. So a composition which starts like write a story, it is what we call a narrative type of a composition. In a narrative type of a composition, we have to, or we must tell a what? We have to tell a story. And the kind of story which we will be writing, or rather telling in this case, it must be a story which is well connected. It must be a story which has different characters. It must have the protagonist, it must have the antagonist, albeit it must have the flat character, it must have the setting, it must have the plot, it must have let me say the climax, it must have the conclusion, okay? These key things which I'm trying to say, they must be part and parcel of your writing. We don't just write a story randomly. Just because you have seen the question is saying write a story, then you have started. You must hold your fire. One of the problems which I've seen and I've observed when it comes to you students, you are very much smart, but what I've observed, you are very much fast when it comes to picking a question or rather a composition minus you understanding what it means. Okay? You will end up just looking at how the question is. Like for example, the question is like, describe your best friend. Describe your best friend. You will be like, let me write this kind of story. I will write about my best friend. That's not what they want. Okay? Some of you just write a composition just because you have fallen in love with how the question has been asked. Just how the question has been asked, you are falling in love. That's the main reason why people fail. You will end up picking a composition just because you have loved how they have asked a question. But you don't know what is needed. You don't know how to start it. You don't know how to end it. You don't know what is needed inside in order for you to get a 15 and above. Are we together concerning that same part, guys? I have seen most of you are just good at picking a composition randomly minus you understanding what is needed. You will end up just stating writing, minus you understanding what the examiner truly wants or needs in that type of a composition. You are just writing just because, okay, you are just using your emotions. You are not writing, not based with what the composition wants or a composition, let me say, needs. That's one of the biggest mistakes which I've observed. Okay, so here, write a story. It is a narrative type of a composition. Take note, in this kind of a composition whereby a question will come like, write a what? They can say, write a story with a title. They can say, write a story with a title. You will be given some what? You will be given some titles. But what I can simply advise you, most of the titles that you will be given are idioms and also others are metaphors. Okay? Most of the titles that you will be given, there are idioms and others are metaphors and also others are proverbs. Okay? They have a hidden meaning. They are not, okay, they are not meaning, let me say, their meaning is hidden. You have to think a little bit hard for you to know their meaning. Okay? You have to think a little bit hard for you to know their what? Their meaning. Okay? Let us look at this. You see, guys, write a story with one of the following titles. You see? They're saying a one-eyed man is a hero among the blind. You see? This kind of a title, it has a hidden meaning. It has a hidden meaning. Okay? Even this one, put the cat among the pigeons, an idiom. Put the cat among the pigeons. What I can simply advise you, if you don't know the idiom, if you don't know the proverb, mind you, skip the question because you will end up losing marks. Okay? You cannot be forced to write about a one-eyed man is a hero among the blind minus you understanding what it means. You must write a composition, you must pick a composition which you know. Okay? What I can simply advise you, these idiomatic phrases, if you don't know, skip a question. Skip it. Skip it. Because otherwise, if you are forced, okay, or you will be forced by yourself to write a composition just because, okay, let me just pick a title, you will end up writing something else which the marker doesn't even want. Okay? Because these titles, they do have a hidden meaning. They are having a what? A hidden what? Meaning. If you check narrative compositions, they come twice in a paper. If you check, they are saying, write a story ending. This one we are ending with this. And also here they are saying, write a story with one of the titles. So here we have been given the titles. And here we have not been given the title, but they are simply expecting us to end with this given what? Phrase. You see? So narrative compositions, they come twice in a paper. Number one, the other question is going to come with the titles. Number two, the other question is going to come starting like, okay, write a story ending. You'll be given a sentence to end with, or they can say, write a story beginning. You'll be given a statement to begin what? To begin with. Okay, so write a story with a title. This is how it comes. So these titles you will be given, but there are idioms and also metaphors. So, and also they can say, write a story ending. So write a story ending, you will be given a statement to end with. And also here, they are going to say, write a story beginning, you will be given a statement to begin with. Okay? You will be given a statement to begin with. So this is how narrative type of composition gets to come, or rather to appear in a what? In a paper. This is how they get to ask the what? The question. But what I can simply advise you, when it comes to this, write a story with a title whereby the titles have been given. If you don't know the proverb, if you don't know the idiom, mind you, skip the question. Skip, you must not be forced, alright? I hope the point has been gotten. Guys, are we together when it comes to narrative type of composition? If you don't know the metaphor, if you don't know the given title, the meaning of it, skip the question. Look for the other question. Okay? Look for the other what? Look for the other question. Look for the other what? Question. This is what it is. Okay? So this is what it is. So take note. This one, the title is given. Write a story ending. This one, the title is not given, but they're expecting us to end with something. So here, you have to provide your own title. If they say write a story ending, you have to provide your own title. Come up with your own title. Even here, write a story beginning. You have to come up with your own what? Come up with your own title. But don't forget, you have to start with what? What has been what? Given. You have to start with what? What has been what? Provided, or rather given. This is what it means. Now, number 2. It is a descriptive type of a composition. Take note, a composition which starts like describe. It's having the word describe. Okay? It is what we call a what? It is what we call a descriptive type of a composition. So this type of a composition is called a descriptive type of a composition, whereby you have to describe a person, you have to describe a place using adjectives and also concrete what? Nouns. And also one has to follow the order of adjectives whenever he or she is describing what? Characters or rather places. What I can simply advise you, when it comes to descriptive type of a composition, this type of composition, it is heavy. A narrative type of a composition, it is simple. This one is kind of tricky because what is needed in a descriptive type of a composition, it is a lot. Because the way you will be writing a descriptive composition, you must create a picture in the reader's mind. Okay, you must create a picture. The way you will be writing, it must create a picture in someone's what? Mind. Okay, whereby through your writings, someone will be like, okay, from what this person has written from here up to there, okay, he or she is describing a house. You must not just say, he entered into a house. You have to describe how the house was. Was it a small house, a big house? How was the location? Was it in a nice place? Was it covered with trees? You have to mention everything. A descriptive type of a composition, it needs a lot of things. That's what I can simply tell you. Number 1, whenever you are describing things, it needs what? Adjectives. Okay? It expects you to be using what? Adjectives. And when it comes to adjective, you have also to follow the order of adjectives whenever you will be describing things. You have to follow the order of adjectives, okay? Whereby you have to follow, let me say, if what is coming first, it's quantity, is it opinion, okay? Is it size, is it height? You have to follow the order of adjective. The way you will be what? Describing what? Your things. So you have to follow the order of what? You have to follow the order of adjectives. Okay? Like what we were describing yesterday, saying that an adjective is simply a word that describes how a noun is. Okay? An adjective is simply a word that describes a what? A noun. Like what I said, the cup is hot. The cup is hot. So hot, it is an adjective. All right? Or an adjective, you can simply say it is a feeling. Okay? It is a feeling. All right? Yeah. So now here, this is what you are trying to say in this case. Okay, you have to know the adjective and also the order of adjectives whenever you are writing the sentences. Okay, so the order of adjective, you have now to be very much careful. You have to follow the correct order, whereby you have to, there's a song whereby one has to know in order for him or her to know the order of adjectives. The song goes like quantity, opinion, size, shape, height, age, color, origin, material, purpose, noun. The way I'm singing, each and every word, it is a what? It is an adjective. This is how you will be following the words. Okay? You cannot just end up saying, the girl was very much beautiful. You have first to look at how the order of adjective is. Okay? Is very supposed to be there? Is beautiful supposed to be after very? That's the order of adjective. So a descriptive type of a composition demands a lot. Apart from adjective, it also needs what? Concrete. It also needs concrete what? Nouns. It needs also concrete what? Nouns. You have to understand what concrete nouns are. Okay? Whenever you are describing things, you should be using concrete what? Nouns. These are very much beneficial, very much intriguing. And also you have to use idiomatic expressions. You can use idiomatic expressions. Even in narrative type of composition, you can use idiomatic what? Expressions. You can also use idiomatic expressions. You can use similes. You can use metaphors. You can use, let me say, including proverbs. Okay? So a descriptive type of a composition, it is a type of a composition to fear a bit because it's way too different from a narrative. This one demands a lot. It demands, no wonder examiners sometimes are way too clever. They will end up asking you a question like, describe your best friend. Describe your best friend. You will be like, this is way too simple. Let me start. My best friend is who? That's not what they want. That's not what they want. For you to get a 15 and above in a descriptive type of a composition, number one, they have to look at the adjective. Was this person following the order of adjectives? Was he using concrete nouns? Was he using some idiomatic expressions in it? Yes. Descriptive type of composition is kind of tricky. That's what I can simply tell you. It's kind of tricky. We don't just write it randomly. Okay? It demands many things are needed in a what? In a descriptive type of a composition. Okay? Many things are needed. A narrative is way too simple than a descriptive. A descriptive demands lots of what? Stuffs. Now, let us move. This one, explain how best your community can do. Okay. So here we are having explain, or they can say give an account. So give an account or explain. This type of composition is what you call an expository. So this is what you call an expository type of a composition. It is an expository. This is one of the simplest ever. It is one of the simplest ever, whereby you just have to explain something, how it's supposed to be what? Done. You have to start with the intro part, then now the ending part. Okay? You are simply explaining how something should be what? Done. Or you are simply explaining how something should be prevented. Or they can end up asking you, explain the importance of tourism in Zambia. You will end up now explaining why tourism is very much what? Important in what? In Zambia. So an expository, it's way too simple and way too straightforward, whereby they normally use these words, explain, or they can say give an account. Okay, give an account. So this is an expository. Okay, number 4, it is a narrative. Then this one, discuss. Discuss some of the attitudes. So we are having the word discuss. This is what we call a discursive type of a composition. So we are having a what? A discursive type of a composition. We are having a discursive composition. So a discursive composition, it is also very much simple. In a discursive type of a composition, you are not advised to pick a side. In this type of a composition, we don't pick a side. Okay, you have to sit on a fence. You have to talk about what? The both sides. You have to discuss about what? Both sides of the given what? Question. We have to we have to talk about the bad part, and also we have to talk about the good part. Okay, that's what a discursive composition is. Okay, yes, a descriptive type of a composition is kind of tricky than a narrative. A narrative is way too babyish, it's way too simple. But a descriptive, mind you, no wonder the way they bring the questions, sometimes I laugh, all right? It was last year when I was working, all right? Actually, the GCEs, yes, they were from, let me say, writing English language. So I was working, actually I was going to town. So they just finished their paper. So I just found there were about 4. They were discussing what they wrote. Okay. So as for me, I was behind them. They were in front of me. So I was getting their conversation, what they were trying to say. These girls, they were from sitting for English language. And the other girl started. The other girl was like, I picked a descriptive. I picked a descriptive composition. Okay. And the question was so nice. And the question was like, was saying, it was what? It was what? Describe, it was saying something like describe your favorite season. Describe your favorite season. So the girl was like, that's what I chose. I was like, I love John because John is nice. Because I was like, in my heart, I was like, eesh, this person has gone astray. This person has gone astray. Okay? Because a descriptive type of a composition, they normally expect a lot from you. The examiners expect a lot from you. They expect you to put in work. Adjectives, concrete, they expect you to put some idiomatic expressions, and also the connectivity of the what? Of the sentences. Yes, sometimes I just laugh, okay? Whereby whenever I hear students, they are discussing what they wrote, in my heart, I will be like, what did this person did? Okay, what did this person did? Okay, so a discursive type of a composition, we have to talk about the bad part and also the good part. In short, we are talking about both sides. We are not picking a side. This one is one of the interesting part of writing also. Then now we are then the last one, it is what? Relatives can be an obstacle to one's success in life. Argue for or against it. So when you see argue for or against it, this type of composition is what? Is what we call an argumentative. So in an argumentative type of a composition, a student is expected to pick a side. You are expected to support a side. Like what here they're saying, relatives can be an obstacle or a hindrance, okay, or a blockage to someone's success. Argue for. Are you saying yes? So argue for simply means yes. Against it simply means no. Are you supporting saying that relatives can be an obstacle to someone's life? Or are you saying no? Saying that no, relatives cannot be an obstacle to someone's what? Life. So argue for simply means you are supporting. Against it simply means you are saying what? No. This is what it means, whereby you end up saying, I am supporting the above statement with the reasons below, whereby Here you can end up saying, I am not supporting the statement above with these reasons. Okay, this is what we call an argumentative type of a composition, whereby here you have to choose a side. You have to choose a side. Now guys, from my observation and from the look of things, what I can simply tell you, if you don't want to be having some problems when it comes to section A, what I can simply advise you, one thing. I can simply advise you, since take note, the compositions here, they come 6. And take note, also they can bring a letter here. They can bring a letter. Sometimes what they can do, narrative compositions, it can only, narrative composition, they can only bring one. Then now they also bring a what? A letter. Also a letter here can come. Okay? A friendly letter. It can also what? Appear here in this case, whereby you are writing a letter to a what? To a friend. It can also appear in this case. And also a feature type of an article. It can also appear in this case. Now, let us start. My humble advice, I can simply tell you, is this. Here, guys, you have to know what did they say on top? They've said what? You are advised to spend not more than 50 minutes. Not more than 50 minutes. And if the way we are doing it, it may look as if 50 minutes, it's way too big. But when you enter into the examination room, 50 minutes is way too small. 50 minutes is way too small, to tell you the truth. 50 minutes, it's way too small, to tell you the truth. You'll be like, time was ended. Okay, 50 minutes is way too small. And guys, let me expose something. Here, when it comes to compositions, there are some compositions whereby they are going to consume your time. There are some compositions here whereby they are going to steal your time. Okay? What you should know is that there are some compositions here whereby once you pick them, chances are there that you will not finish. There are some compositions here, once you pick them, chances are there that you will not finish. You will not finish. Okay? You will not finish. Now, guys, do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? One of the compositions whereby you students must be very much careful with. You must be careful with. It is an argumentative type of a composition. You must be very much careful with an argumentative composition. Why am I saying so? This composition expects you to do what? To come up with what? 3. It is expecting you to come up with what? 3 to 5 what? Points to support your what? Your statement. Okay? This composition, it is expecting you to come up with what? 3 to 5 points to defend your side. Okay? So this type of composition, you must be very much careful with it. I have seen that there are some people, they will end up running out with what? With point. Whereby some people, when they are coming out from writing the examination, they will be like, oh, I didn't finish because I only came up with 2 points. I only came up with 1 point. You see? Guys, are we together concerning the part of argumentative? This one is expecting you to come up with 3 to 5 points. Now chances are there that you may not come up with all the points. I hope you are getting me, guys. I hope I am making sense. I hope I am making sense. I hope I am making sense. Chances are there that you can only come up with 1 point or 2 points, then time has gone. You see? So you have to be very much smart enough. You have to be very much smart enough. This composition has made people fail also. it has contributed when it comes to making people fail this type of composition. Because people, they only love how we started. You will love, honorable judges, the timekeeper, I am saying yes, I am saying no. Yes, it's nice. But what about the points? Because the examiner is very much interested in points. He's not interested with your powerful introduction. What he or she wants, it is the points. Okay? Since this person is saying yes, why? Because we must know the points. Why is he saying yes or no? We must know the points. Okay? Now, chances are there that you may end up coming with what? Low points. And this is going to affect your what? Your performance. We all know that a composition must have at least what? A composition must have at least 5 to 6 what? Paragraph. A composition must have at least what? 5 to 6 paragraph. We all know that the first paragraph, it is the what? It is the introduction. That's where now we are going to start from. Then now, paragraph number 2, you start giving out the point. Okay? Paragraph number 3, you give out the point. Paragraph number 4, you give out the point. Paragraph number 5, if you are ending on 5 paragraph, you end. If you are ending on paragraph number 6, paragraph number 5, it is a point. Paragraph number 4, it is a point. Paragraph number 3, it is a point. Paragraph number 2, it is a point. You see? Paragraph number 6, that's where now you are going to end. So you can end on paragraph number 5 or paragraph number 6. But if you are ending on paragraph number 6, paragraph number 5, you must put a point. Paragraph number 4, a point. Paragraph number 3, a point. Paragraph number 2, a point. Paragraph number 1, a point. Have we seen the challenge, guys? Have we seen? Me here, when I am writing, it sounds way too simple. Because it's me. Because I'm used. When you are watching me writing, it's way too simple. But you, once you enter the examination room, you face a question. It will be way too tricky. It will be way too hard for you to come up with the points. Okay? Because as for me, I am way used. Okay? I am used. Chances are there that you can come up with only 1 or 2 points. This simply means that you will end up losing marks. We have to put all these things into consideration. No wonder I normally say that anyone who misbehaves in section A, chances are there that you won't perform very well. If you misbehave in section A, chances are there that you won't perform very well. You see? So, to all those who love argumentative very well, what I can simply advise you, have a backup. Have a backup. Have a backup. You have to know the other type of composition, which is less demanding. Which is less what? Demanding. Okay? Yes, the points, they must be in order. This paragraph, it has to talk about this point. The other paragraph, it has to talk about the other point. The other paragraph, it should talk about the other point. Okay? Let me say, I say, HIV, it kills. Okay, this is my point number 1. My point number 2, HIV brings poverty. It's my point number 2. So point number 1, it kills. Point number 2, it brings poverty. Point number 3 is that it brings the economy of the country down. You see, these are the points which I've come up with. Okay, so each and every point, it must have a paragraph. Each and every point, it must have its own paragraph. Imagine you have come up with a point and now you must explain it. You see? You see? You have to come up with the point. You see the hassle which you are going to put yourself in. You come up with points, and after coming up with points, you have now to expand them. You have now to expand, to start explaining. Okay, you have now to start explaining what each point means. Because you're going to just say it's good, corruption, it's bad. How? You have to give, okay, reasons, okay, why it is bad. Okay, so those are some of the key things that you have to put into consideration. Okay, so you can only combine 2 points which are kinda relatable, which are kinda same. You cannot combine 2 different points in a single paragraph. Okay, let me say I say corruption is bad, and also I end up saying corruption, it destroys the economy. These are kinda similar, okay? These are kinda different a bit. So you can only combine 2 points which are the same, which are talking about the same in a single paragraph. Okay? You cannot combine 2 points. You cannot combine 2 points which are talking about different else. Okay? Something different. All right? So now here, let me guide now. When it comes to section A, if you just want to finish fast, if you just want to get 15 and above fast without facing challenges, if you want to get 15 and above, guys, how many want to get 15 and above here? When it comes to composition writing, how many want to get 15 and above? How many want to get 15 and above when it comes to composition writing in section A? So that I give you some tricks, you know how to deal with it without facing some challenges. Okay? Okay, I have seen almost everyone. Now let us start. Here, guys, these are the compositions that can only give you 15 and above. I know some of you love argumentative. You can go with it, but always remember that the chances are there that you may run out of what? Points. And once you run out of points, you are gone. That's what it is. Once you run out with points, you are gone. Okay? That's what you have to understand. So, 15 and above. Number 1, a composition which can give you 15 and above in section A. Number 1, a composition which can give you 15 and above is this one. Number 1, it is a discursive type of a composition. A discursive type of a composition, it is a composition which can give you 15 and above. You know, one of the advantages of a discursive type of a composition, you just have to do what? Once you see the question, okay, let me say the question is like, university, let me say, going to the university is a waste of money. Going to the university is a waste of money. Discuss. Under a discursive type of a composition, guys, you just have to come up with what? You just have to come up with 2 points. That's the good part about this composition. Okay? So, if you love argumentative type of a composition verbal, mind you, what I can simply advise you, also know what a discursive composition is. Because a discursive composition only requires you to know 2 points, then you are safe. Only 2 points. Only 2 points. Okay? These 2 points, they can make you to get 15 and above. That's the good part about the discursive. It doesn't require you to start making up many points. That's the good part. Okay? That's the good part about the discursive, which I will teach you. Number 2, the composition also which can give you 15 and above fast. It is an expository. This composition which starts like explain, or they can say give an account. This is the composition whereby it can give you marks for free. Because these compositions, they don't require, okay, they don't give you that much pressure of you to start now looking for other things. Okay, so a discursive type of a composition, an expository, these are a walkover thingy. Okay, now the number 3, I will only give you these 3, which I will also teach you, whereby you see. Okay, discursive, expository. The number 3, a narrative type of a composition. Write a story. Here, under a narrative type of a composition, only pick a composition whereby they have started like write a story ending, write a story beginning, write a story with a title if you know. If you don't know the idioms, if you don't know the proverbs, don't pick it. Just go to discursive, just go to expository, then you are safe. Okay? So, a narrative, an expository, a discursive. These are the only walkover compositions in section A. These are the compositions whereby they can push you, they can take you to a, when it comes to getting a 1 fast. Guys, are we safe when it comes to this? Guys, have we gotten something? Have you heard what I said? We have a discursive, we have expository, we have a narrative. These are the types of compositions whereby they can push you easily to get a 15 and above. Don't forget that a descriptive is kind of tricky. Don't forget that an argumentative, chances are there you may run out of points. You see? So you must come up with these points. You must come up with this thinking. Discursive composition, it doesn't require you to start thinking too much. Expository, it's a walkover thingy. A narrative, well, straightforward and so interesting when it comes to story writing. If the title being given, it's way too straightforward. If the title is not way too straightforward, go to discursive. Go to expository. That's what I can simply tell you. So guys, with these 3, can we start? Can you start writing them? Can we start now, guys, when it comes to writing? Can we start? Can we start? Can we start? Can I start now teaching you how we get to get 15 and above? Can we start? Can we start? Can we start? I hope the books are ready. I hope also the books are ready. Let us prepare our books. Let us prepare our books. So, let us prepare our books. Let us prepare our books. Okay, perfect. Let us prepare our books, guys. Our pens must be ready. Michael saying, what about argumentative? Yes, argumentative, it's nice, but chances are there that you may run out of points in the examination room because argumentative requires you to know 3 to 5 points of the given question. Now let us assume in the examination room, the title which you have been given or the question you have only known in 2, which means you have hindered yourself. You will not finish, okay? Because each and every paragraph requires a point, and a point you must explain it. You see the disadvantage? You see the disadvantage? I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say, Michael. An argumentative requires you to know 3 to 5 points. Now let us assume that you have forgotten. You have only known 1 point, like what some of your friends came up with last year. All those who are complaining, who chose argumentative, saying that I only knew 1 point. I only came up with 2 points, but I didn't finish, which means they end up losing good marks, okay? They were only marked because of the intro, of the title, of whatsoever. So I have prepared these questions so that at least you'll know how to deal with them. So here I have question number 1. Lack of discipline leads to failure. Discuss. Take note, discuss, it is a discursive type of a composition. Having this word discuss, okay, discuss, it is a discursive type of a composition whereby we have to talk about the good part and also the bad part of the what of the given statement. Then number 2, explain the importance of tradition ceremonies. 20 marks. Take note, this one, it is an expository. They can say explain or give an account. You are giving an account, which means you are explaining. Okay? Then number 3, write a story with the title, A Wicked Neighbor. If you check, this title is way too straightforward. A wicked neighbor. When someone is wicked, someone is bad, okay, bad-hearted, okay, he or she doesn't want people to progress is wicked. Okay, this is way too straightforward. So if you come across a composition which looks like this, write a story with a title, go ahead and pick it because the title, it is way too straightforward. Write a story with a title, A Foolish Child. Okay, because you know who a foolish child is. You can go ahead and pick it. But if you come across, let me say, strange titles, don't pick. Run to discursive, run to expository. Now, number 4. Explain how you resolved a conflict you found in the you faced in the family. Take note, explain. It is an expository. Then number 5, write a story beginning, I wish I had not ignored the red flags. Okay? Then number 6, here they're saying write the story beginning. We have to begin with this. This is not your title. You have to begin with this. I wish I had not ignored the red flags. Okay? We all know what red flags are. Okay? Whereby, best example, you are in love. Okay? Your partner keeps on slapping you every week, whereby, let me say, three times in a day, slaps you. You will keep on, you are tolerating it, saying that, okay, it's because of love. It's because of love. He loves me. That's the main reason why he keeps on beating me, slapping me, because these are what we call loving slaps. You keep on tolerating those slaps. Then now, let us assume that you have married the same man. Okay? You have married the same man. Then the same man has started beating you very bad. He has started beating you. When let me say he looks at you, all he sees is a punching bag. All right, he has started beating you like no man's business. Your face, it's all red. Okay, your face, it looks as if it's a scary face for children. Okay, now you are simply complaining, saying, I wish I had not ignored the red flag. I wish I had not ignored those loving slaps, which I used to say that they were so loving. But little did I know that they were simply signs. Red flags are signs. Okay, you are seeing signs saying that these things, if I will keep on tolerating them, they are going to break me. They are going to hinder me. They are going to treat me badly. I hope we are getting something here, guys. I hope we are getting something. All right. I hope we have gotten something. Number 6, students should wear school uniforms. Actually, here, university students should wear school uniforms. Discuss. So what is the good part about wearing school uniforms, and what is the bad part of students wearing school uniforms? Okay. So guys, which one should we start with? Which one should we start with? Should we start with discursive composition, then expository, then narrative? Which composition should we start with so that I teach you how we do with it for you to get a 15 and above for free? Let us vote. Which composition should we start with? Should we start with a discursive one? Okay, guys. Okay, discursive. Okay, so question 5 does not require to come up with a title. Question number 5, no, it requires you to come up with a title. Even if they have said, write a story beginning, even if they have said beginning, you have to come up with a title. Okay? Even if they have said, write a story ending, you have to come up with a title. Okay, but a title must be relatable with what the ending is. It must not be way too different. Okay, discursive, 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 discursive. I will end up coming a wrapper now. All right, perfect. Let us start, guys. I hope our books are ready. I hope our books are ready. Are our books ready, guys? Let us get our books. If our books are ready, let us get our books. Let us get our books. Let us get our books so that we learn. I hope our books are ready. Perfect. Let us start with question number 1. We can write it, question number 1. Let us start with question number 1. They are saying lack of discipline leads to failure. Lack of discipline leads to failure. I hope we all know what discipline is. When someone is disciplined, which means when someone is very much respective, he or she knows what he or she wants in life. Okay? Best example, when I say this person is disciplined when it comes to studies. You study every day, you don't miss days, study days, you are disciplined. Okay? When someone is very much determined, you go for work every day, you make sure that, okay, the house is swept, you are disciplined. Okay? You are very much disciplined. When someone keeps on following things daily without missing or without tampering with them, that person is disciplined. That person is disciplined. A disciplined person is a person who follows things in an orderly way and also who respects what he or she wants. If it's studying, he or she will be studying every day. If it's working, he or she will be working every day without missing a single what? Day. That's when you can say a disciplined person. Okay? A disciplined person. That's what you're trying to say. Now let us start. Guys, have you seen lack of discipline leads to failure? Guys, starting from here, you have seen where there is lack. Okay? Here, where there is lack, ending up to where failure is. That's your title. So lack of discipline leads to failure. This is your title. Okay? The same question, that's your title. The given question, that's your title. Okay? That's what it is. It doesn't matter how long it is. Okay? So the given question, the way the question has been given, that's your title. So copy and paste it. Mind you, I normally advise you, whenever you are writing a title, write it in capital letters. Write your title in capital letters. I normally emphasize, and I gave you the reason why I normally say write your title in capital letters. I will not expose it here. Okay? I have already exposed it to my personal students under the WhatsApp group. I've already told you. Okay, the reason why I normally say write your title in capital letters. I even gave you evidence. The main reason why I normally say write your title in capital letters. I gave you evidence, and you all saw it, and you all benefited. Okay, so write your answer, write your title in what? Capital letters. So let us start. So this is my paper, guys. If you check, this is my paper. So the way it is, let me write it. Also, you start writing there. So guys, the way we write our title must be in between. You must not start your title from here. Okay? You must not start your title at the corner. This is not the address. It is the title. So at least start from, your title must be here. Okay? So you say, lack, you see? Lack of, take note, each and every letter must be what? Must be capitalized. You see? Lack of discipline leads leads to failure. You see the way I've written it? And once you are done writing your title, don't put a full stop at last. When you are done writing your title, don't put a full stop at last. If you put a full stop at last, half mark will be deducted during examination. We don't put a full stop at the end. We don't put a full stop at the end of a title. Write it exactly the way it is. So lack of discipline leads to failure. Are we safe when it comes to title writing? Are we safe? Don't put a full stop at the end. If you put a full stop at the end, you will be, half mark will be deducted. Are we safe? Can we proceed? All right, I'm seeing many saying yes, 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 yes. And I hope we have all written in our books. All right. In capital letters, guys. And if you want to ask me the reason why in capital letters, I will explain to you. If you inbox me on WhatsApp, I will tell you. Not here. Okay. Now, guys, let us start. Here, guys, if you check, they are saying lack of discipline. Okay, so the key word here, we are talking about what? We are talking about discipline. Okay, we are talking about what? We are talking about being disciplined. So the key word in this question, it is what? Discipline. So, guys, if you know the definition of discipline, you can go ahead and define what discipline is. Let me repeat. Whenever you are writing a discursive type of a composition, we normally start it in 2 to 3 ways. Number one, you can start a discursive composition by starting with a what? With a definition. You can define what you are writing about. Actually, you can define by looking at what you are writing about. So is the question under discursive composition became a title? Yes. The same question, that's the title. The same question that you will be given, that's the title. Okay? That's the title. Okay? That's how a discursive type of a composition is written. You just copy and paste exactly the way the question is. The same question, that's your title. You see? So you can start a discursive type of a composition by a what? By starting with a definition, or, so these are the choices, guys. You can start a discursive type of a composition by starting with a what? With a definition. The definition of what? What you are writing about, since here they're saying lack of what? Discipline. So we are talking about discipline here. If you know the definition of what discipline is, you can go ahead and write. You can go ahead and write the definition of what? Discipline. Now, guys, we are not thinking the same. Others, they can know it. Others, they cannot know it. If you don't know the definition of what you are writing about, don't worry yourself, all right? If you don't know the definition of what you are writing about, okay, you know it in your heart, you know it, okay, that what I'm writing, it's about this, I know it, but how to define it, I am facing challenges. How to write its definition, I am facing challenges. It's way too simple, okay? It's way too simple. You can simply take advantage of starting like this. You can say, take note, like the way we normally start a report, okay? You can say, the purpose of this writing, you see the way I'm starting? So you just have to master how we get to start, like the way we normally start a report, okay? The purpose of this writing is to discuss. You see the way I'm starting it? You see? So The purpose, if you don't know the definition, you can start like, the purpose of this writing is to discuss. Take note, we are writing about a discursive composition. Or you can start like this. You can start like the following. You can start like the following writing. The following writing is to discuss. So the following writing is to discuss, let me say, about blah, 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 what we are writing about. So you can start like, the purpose of this writing is to discuss about so, 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 or you can start like, the following writing is to discuss about so, 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 so. So you can take advantage of this, number 1 or number 2. If you know the definition of what you're writing about, you can go ahead and write the definition. Now let us assume that if you don't know the definition, you can take advantage of what? The purpose of this writing is to discuss, or you can say, the following writing is to discuss about so, 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 so. So guys, between the two, which one should I use? Should I start with the definition, or should I pick one here? Which one should I pick? Should I pick this one, the purpose of this writing, or should I choose the following writing is to discuss? Which one is way too simple for you guys? Between the two, which one is way too simple? Is it the purpose of this writing? Okay. 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 All right. I am seeing. Okay, so now here, I have already exposed how we can get to do it, to start it. So it's your choice. You can start with the definition, or you can start with the one with the purpose, or you can start the one with like the following discussion is about so. All right, the purpose. Okay, I will start with the purpose. So that's what it is. Like what I've said, don't forget, if you want, you can start with the definition. If you don't want, you can start like the purpose, or you can say the following explanation, or the following discussion is about so. That's how you can start it. Okay, so it's your choice. It is your choice. Okay, so as for me, I will start with the purpose. Okay, it's a choice. If you want, even you can pick the following. It's up to you. Okay, it's a choice. Okay, I will take note, after the title you skip a line. You have to skip a line. Then now I will end up saying, take note, after skipping you do what? You indent. You end up saying, the purpose. If you know the definition, you can go ahead and define what discipline is. Discipline is when a person is well so. Okay, but if you don't know the definition, you can go ahead with the following, or you can say the purpose. You can say the purpose of this writing. You see, the purpose of this writing. The purpose of this writing is to discuss. So the purpose of this writing is to discuss how. So the purpose of this writing is to discuss how, or is to discuss about lack of what? Lack of discipline. Lack of discipline leads to what? Leads to failure. Lack of discipline leads to what? To failure. You see the way I've said it? So you can say the purpose of, okay, the purpose of this there must be the word here, this. Okay, so the purpose of this writing is to discuss how lack of discipline leads to failure, or you can simply say the purpose of this writing is to discuss about lack of discipline leads to failure. That's how you can start it. Okay, that's how you can start it. Okay, that's how you deal with it. This is how you can now what? Start with it. That's how you can start with it. Okay. Or if you want, you can start it like this. The following discussion, this is how you can start it. You can say the following discussion explains, or it talks, explains about or talks about how lack of discipline leads to what? To failure. Okay, so the following discussion explains, or let me say talk, talks, okay, let me say about how lack of what? How lack of discipline. So how lack of discipline leads to what? Leads to failure. Like this. So you can say the following discussion explains or talks about how lack of discipline leads to failure. Okay? Or you can start with the definition. So between the two, which one is kind of simple? The way of starting if you don't know the definition? Between the two? Number one, the first one or the second one? Which one is kind of simple? The way you start it with, if you don't know the definition, between the two? Okay, so that's what it is. If you know the definition, you can go ahead with the definition. But if you don't know, take advantage of these. Okay, you can use the definition if you want. You can use the definition if you want. Okay, because I do know many people, when it comes to writing definitions, even if when it comes to biology, they do struggle a lot, even just to define what a cell is. What about discipline? A cell? Okay, me, both are simple. Yes, they are way too simple. The purpose of this writing is to discuss how lucky, or you can simply say the purpose of this writing is to discuss about lack of discipline leads to what? To failure. That's what we're talking about. I think both of them are just way too simple and way too straightforward. Okay, then now let us start. Then now, guys, after writing this, after writing the purpose of this writing is to discuss about or how lack of discipline leads to failure. When you put a full stop here, you can end up saying I, you see? You can end up now writing after a full stop, you say I, okay? You can end up now saying I believe, you see? You end up saying I believe this statement, okay, which means the given question. I believe this statement has both. So I believe this statement has both the advantages and and disadvantages. Is it way too simple, guys? You see? So after saying the purpose of this writing is to so, a full stop, then you end up saying, I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages. Take note, in a discursive, we are talking about the advantages and disadvantages, the good part and the bad part about what? About the statement. Okay, we are not focusing on one thing, we are discussing both sides. So end up I saying, I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, end up saying which will be discussed below. Which will be discussed below. You see, I am even bringing the marker down, saying that, okay, the points are below. I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages, which will be explained below. I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages, which will be explained below. Guys, you see, your intro must have at least 4 to 3 lines. So if you check mine, it's 1, 2, 3, then 4 lines. You must not write even up to 6, 5. No, at least just way too short like this. Okay? Powerful. How is it, guys? How is it? This is how we do it. We write. You know what? You lose marks for free. Okay? You end up losing marks for free. Minus you picking a discursive. You end up losing free marks like this. How is it, guys? How is it? The purpose of this writing is to discuss, or rather is to talk about the lack of discipline leads to failure. Then full stop, you end up saying, I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages, which will be discussed below. You see, this is how you end up writing. Okay. You see? Yeah, so can we manage to write the first paragraph? So can we manage to write the first paragraph by ourselves? Can we manage? Can we manage? Can we manage? Can we manage? Can we manage to write it by ourselves? Can we manage, guys? That's so interesting. That's so interesting. Or if you want, that's perfect. Or if you want, you see, yes, just like a cup of water. Or if you want after a full stop, okay, if you don't want to write, I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages. You can end up, so after the full stop here, you can just end up, so start with paragraph number 2 to keep the ball. Oh, so if you don't want to use this one of saying, I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages, which will be explained below, you can end up just saying, after the full stop, you end up just saying below are the advantages. You just end up saying below are the advantages, below are the advantages, and below are the advantages and disadvantages. If you don't want to use the I believe, you can just end up saying below are the advantages and the disadvantages of this what? Statement. Like this. So you can pick, if you want, you can use this one. I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages, which will be discussed below. Or you can simply say, below are the advantages and disadvantages of this what? Statement. So it's a choice. You can pick between the two. Which one you feel like it's way too babyish for you? Now, let us start. You want for number one, you want to say, I believe. I believe this statement has both the advantages and disadvantages, which will be discussed below. All right. Now let us start, guys. So the second paragraph. So after this is the introduction. So we follow the line. We end up following the line. We end up following the line. You see this line? You see? We follow the line, guys. So to show that this is paragraph number 1, now we are going into what? Paragraph number 2. So now here, when you are starting paragraph number 2, you can use the first conjunctions. You can say firstly, you can say to start with, you can say to keep the ball rolling, you can say to begin with. Okay, it's up to you. It's up to you how you are going to do what? To start with. I do know that many people, they love firstly. Okay. Others will end up saying firstly, they will end up putting a comma. Guys, the way it is in this case, after writing the introduction, the second paragraph, this firstly, which means I'm about to give a point. So firstly, in this case, the second paragraph, this one, I should say yes. Okay? I should say yes. So firstly, I will say yes. The other paragraph, I will say no. The same answer which I've said yes here, the same answer which I've supported. In the second paragraph, I will say no. Okay? This is how we write it. Here, I have said yes. I have supported a point. But in the second paragraph, I will say no to it. Okay? Then now, in the other paragraph, I will come up with a point. I will say yes. Then I will say it no. Then I finish. That's the good part about this composition. Only 2 points, then you are good to go to write it. Only 2 things. Only 2 points, you are good to go and get 15 and above for free. You see? These 2 points which you have, you're having 2 points. This point, you are saying it's good, and also you tend to say it's bad. This point, you have said it's good, you will also tend saying that it's bad. Guys, you have seen the disadvantage. You have seen the advantage of a discursive composition. How many have seen the advantage? How many have seen the advantage of this composition? Because only 2 things, coming up just with only 2 points, then you are good to go. No stressing yourself of coming up with many things. No stressing yourself. Here, only 2 things. You are perfect to go. You are very much perfect to go. So don't fear this composition, guys. It's way too simple. It's way too simple. It's way too simple and what? Way too straightforward. Don't even what? Don't even fear it. You must not even fear it. You must not even what? You must not even fear it. Because it's just what? Way too straightforward and what? And simple. Now, let us start. Now, guys, why do you think discipline is important? Take note here firstly, we are saying yes, we are supporting yes. So we are saying that, okay, discipline, it's good, okay? So lack of discipline, okay? So lack of discipline, yes, it will be saved in the group. It is saved already. You can watch anytime. It is saved already, okay? So lack of discipline leads to failure. So here we will end up what? We will end up saying, defending, or rather saying yes. So here, from the title, up to here, it's about 3 to 4 marks. So from the title up to the first paragraph, it's about 4 marks. It's 4 marks. Okay, that's how it is marked for free. Okay, so here, let us start. So firstly, we end up saying here is we are saying yes, we are supporting. So let me show you. We say firstly, take note, we have a comma here, a small letter. We say firstly, you end up saying it is true. Take note here, we are saying yes. Take note, we are saying yes, no, yes, no. Okay? Here, firstly, it is true. Okay? I'm moving back and saying it is true. I am saying yes. It is true that it is true that lack of what? It is true that lack of discipline. You see the way I'm writing, guys? I am saying yes here. I'm even saying, firstly, comma, it is true that lack of discipline leads to what? Leads to failure. See, I'm even saying true here. I'm even saying it's true. Okay? So, firstly, it is true that lack of discipline leads to failure. I will end up even giving this sample. In school, you see, end up saying in school, this is the example which I've just given, saying that in school, okay, in school, full stop, I'll end up saying students, okay, students who do not, guys, avoid contraction whenever you are writing. Whenever you're writing a composition, don't write don't, okay? Don't write don't. Don't write can't. Don't write isn't it. You have to separate them separately. You write do not. Don't write don't, okay? You have to separate them, okay? So students who do not study, so students who do not study daily or rather regularly perform poorly in exams. You see, I have supported here. I'm saying yes, it's true, because if someone is not studying, he or she is going to fail. Okay, I am supporting here. I am done with my supporting. I've said firstly, comma, it is true that lack of discipline leads to failure in school. End up putting a full stop. I will end up giving an example, saying students who do not study daily or regularly, they perform poorly in an exam. How is it, guys? How is it? Is it so interesting? I love you, sir. I'm starting to feel like I can pass English. You have already passed it, my friend. You have already passed it. You have already passed it. You have already passed it. Okay? You have already passed it. You guys, you just lacked guidance. Otherwise, you are very much intelligent. You guys, you are very much smart. All you lacked is guidance. All you lacked is what? Guidance. These compositions are way too simple, but you just lacked guidance. You see? Can someone fail to write like this, being taught? See? So this is how you get to do what? Actually, whenever you are supporting, support it with passionate. You see the way I've done it, okay? You see the way I've done it. I've said here, firstly, comma. I will end up saying, it is true, as if I'm supporting. It is true that lack of discipline, I am supporting. It is true that lack of discipline leads to failure. Okay, leads to failure in school. I'll end up even giving a sample saying that, okay, it leads to failure in school. Okay, I'll end up even giving an example. Full stop. Students who do, or you can say, for example, students who do not study daily or regularly, they perform poorly in an exam. You see? So this is how we do it. Now, guys, yes, here I have said yes, let me do this. I have said yes. So this is how you do it, guys. So you say yes, okay? Now, after saying yes, we are saying now no, okay? Now, when you are saying no, don't say secondly. Don't say secondly, guys. This is firstly, but when you are saying no, don't start like secondly. It's way too wrong. Half mark can be deducted from you. So when you are saying no, we don't say secondly, we don't say either thirdly or furthermore, no. When you are saying no, you have to use contrast. When you are saying no, you have to use what? Contrast. So when you are saying no, these are the things which you should use. Number one, you say, on the other hand, on the other hand, you see? You see, on the other hand, it's more like I'm saying on the other side, okay? Since here they have said that it's good, but on the other side or on the other hand, it's bad, okay? So whenever you are saying no, a paragraph which is saying no, start like on the other hand, put a comma. Or if you don't want to start with on the other hand, you can say however, take note, however it is a contrast, put a comma. Okay, so when someone says however, which means something bad is about to come. Okay, something bad is about to come. Okay, so if you want, you can start with yes or firstly. Yes, you can start with firstly, or you can start with to start with. You can start with to keep the ball rolling. You can start like to begin with. Okay, whenever you are saying yes. Okay, but whenever you are saying no, you can say on the other hand, you can say however, or you can say but. Remember, when someone just says but, when someone says but, he or she is about to mention something bad. Okay, so these are the conjunctions that are used to say no. The rest, you can use them to say yes, but these are the ones which are used to say no. Okay, so if you want to say yes, okay, you can use now, these are for yes, you can say firstly, okay, you can say firstly, you can say to begin with, okay, these are the ones which are used to do what? To say yes, okay, you can say in addition, these are the ones which are used to do what? To say yes, you can say moreover, these are the ones which are used to say yes, you can say you can say in addition, moreover, you can say furthermore, okay? Thirdly, furthermore, these are the ones. Therefore, okay? Therefore, these, the rest now are for saying yes. But for saying no, we use on the other hand, we use however, we use but. Have we gotten something here, guys? Take note, when you are starting a paragraph which is saying no, start like on the other hand, comma, start like however, comma, or you start like but. Have we gotten it? You see? Yeah. So now here, take note. I have said yes. So now here I will say no. I will use on the other hand, or if you want, you can say however, on the, take note, first letter capitalized, or must be capitalized. So on the other hand, On the other hand, put a comma. You see, it's more like now you're saying on the other side. Since here I've said yes, but on the other side, it's way too bad. You see? Someone will end up losing free marks like this. Free marks like this. You see? You see? You see? This is how we get to do it, to write it. So here I've said it is true that lack of discipline leads to failure in school. Students who do not study regularly perform poorly in exams. So I end up saying, on the other hand, it is not true that lack of discipline leads to what? Leads to failure. On the other hand, it is not true that lack of discipline leads to what? Leads to failure. Okay? Like what I've said here. On the other hand, comma, it is not true that lack of discipline leads to failure. To failure, take note, I've said in what? Here I even gave an example about what about school. So I end up saying it is not true that lack of discipline leads to failure in what? In school. Okay? In school. Full stop. I'll end up now giving a sample here, an example of it. Okay? So here I've said yes. If someone doesn't study very well, is going to fail. But here I'm saying no, it is not true that lack of discipline leads to failure in school. Okay, so I will end up saying, you know what? There are some people who are just born naturally intelligent. Okay, even if they don't study that much, even if they don't study that much, but they will still pass. Even if they're not disciplined, they are going to pass. Do we know that, guys? There are some people, okay? There are some people who are not that, let me say, disciplined. They are just naturally what? Smart, intelligent. They are not even disciplined, okay? Even if in a week, they will just touch books for about 1 or 3 times. But someone who is well disciplined will be like from Monday up to what? But they will still clear. You see? So I will end up saying some students, you see, some students may still what? May still pass without being disciplined, you see? Without being disciplined. Here, full stop. Some students may still pass without being what? Disciplined. Full stop. End up saying, for example, you see? For example, some students are just born naturally what? Intelligent or smart. Like this. You see? On the other hand, it is not true that lack of discipline leads to failure in school. Some students may still pass without being disciplined. For example, some students are just some students are just born naturally what? Intelligent or smart. You see? Is this making sense, guys? Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Okay. Okay, that's so interesting. That's so interesting, my people. You see, okay, so being disciplined simply means like to follow things, okay? To follow things daily. That's what being disciplined means. So, like for example, when you are studying every day, you are disciplined, okay? Like you are studying every day, which means you are disciplined, okay? Best example, if you normally cook every day, each and every day you cook shima, you cook, you relish, you are disciplined, okay? Because you cannot let a day pass by without what? Cooking, which means you are disciplined. So being disciplined simply means following things daily, following things in a normal way, okay, without changing. There are those who be like, I will go tomorrow, I will go the other day, I will go next week. But someone who is disciplined, today he will go, tomorrow he will go, that other day he will go. Yes, or attending classes, disciplined, daily. You see, that's what it means. So here we have said what? Yes, no. Okay, we have said yes, no. So here we are saying yes. Okay, that's what it means. So, and this is one of the simplest compositions ever, because here you say yes. From what you said yes, you are going to no. You see, this is one of the simplest compositions ever. Okay, without even stressing yourself. Okay, so now here we are saying yes. So now here we can use now other conjunctions such as the same, in addition, or rather furthermore. You can use moreover, okay? You can use other conjunctions. So the rest of the conjunctions, they are used to say yes. But for, on the other hand, but, however, these are for no, okay? So end up saying furthermore, or you can say in addition. So furthermore, like this, furthermore. So on the other hand, we said yes, no. So furthermore, we are saying yes now here, okay? So here I am saying yes, I am supporting. End up saying a person, I am supporting here, I'm saying a person without discipline. You see, a person without discipline, you see, a person without discipline may disobey rules. So a person without discipline may disobey rules, okay, comma, still coming, come late. You see, I am supporting here saying that, okay, a person without discipline may disobey rules. That's true, okay, because if you are not disciplined, you will be missing, things, you will be breaking rules, okay. They have said that you should be coming here daily. You come once in a week, okay. So a person without discipline may disobey rules, come late, or or behave what? Or behave badly. Or behave badly. Full stop. Okay? Full stop. You see? Now I can even add up more spices on what this same thing means. So full stop, I can end up using this to expand more on what this key thing simply means. So I can simply say this can lead, so this can lead to punishment. So this can lead to punishment, suspension, or even what? Or even less, even loss of what? Even loss of. No. Here I am saying yes or no to just help you to remember. Here I've just written yes, no to help you remember. Yes. So that is way too easy for you to remember. So firstly, it is for yes. Furthermore, for yes, but on the other hand, but these are for no. No wonder I've just written these to just help you what? Remember. Which is way too simple just to know. Or even loss what? Even loss of opportunities. Even loss of what? Of opportunities like job or other promotion. Okay, I'm done. So a person without discipline may disobey rules, come late, or behave badly. This can lead to punishment, suspension, or even loss of opportunity job. So here I am supporting it, saying that a person without discipline will be breaking rules, coming late, misbehaving, may even lose some important what? Thing. Okay? So here, take note, I've said yes, no, then yes. Here I will end up saying now no, then I'm done. So I will end up saying however. So this composition must have 6 paragraphs. Take note, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, then number 6 we are ending. Okay, so this composition must have 6 paragraphs. Since in the main body we are having yes, no, yes, no. You see? So however, end up now writing saying lack of discipline. I'm talking about the no side. Lack of discipline does not always lead to failure. Does not always lead to what? To failure. Does not always lead to failure. End up saying because some people may still achieve or rather win, because some people may still achieve success, when they are given close supervision or attention. Because when someone is given close supervision or attention, he or she cannot disobey the rules. Okay? When someone is being now given close attention, there will be no room for him or her to do what? To disobey the rules. Okay? So lack of discipline does not lead to failure, because some people may still achieve success when they are given what? Close supervision. Okay? When they are given close supervision, they can still achieve their dream. Okay? Or strict what? or strict attention, or rather strict what? Guidance. Or strict what? Guidance. Strict guidance, be it from what? Be it from teachers or parents. You see, this is what it is. Here, from the point which I said, a person without discipline may end up disobeying the rules. Here we end up saying, no, 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 no. It doesn't mean that this person will be disobeying the rules, because some, once we give them close supervision or attention, they may still achieve their dreams. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, now ending. We can end now saying finally, or on a closing note, finally. How now do we end? It's way too simple. You simply sit on a neutral point, then also you can pick a side which you feel like, okay, it's way too good. You end up just saying finally, you end up saying although the statement, end up saying although the statement has valid, which means good points, okay? Although the statement has valid, which means both sides have good points, the yes side and the no side, you say, although the statement has valid points, although the statement has valid points, okay, comma, end up saying, I will end up now supporting a side, end up saying lack of discipline leads to failure in life. You see, I've ended up even picking a side down to say that, okay, although this topic has good points, but lack of discipline leads to failure in life. Okay, you end up now picking a side. In the last paragraph, you end up now picking a side, which you feel like, okay, between the yes and the no side, which side now, according to you, feels nice? So as for me, I've said, lack of discipline leads to failure in life. That's what I've chosen. Although the statement has good points, okay, lack of discipline leads to failure in what? In life. Okay. So this is how you end up getting 15 marks and above for free. You end up getting 15. This is how we get to write it. How is it, guys? So what about if I write 2 points, continue of supporting, and then say however, 2 points of demerit? It's good. You can also do that, whereby you are saying first 2 paragraph you have said yes, so here yes, then here you say here no, then you end. It's good still. Okay, you can say yes, then no. It's still good. It's perfect. But if you want, you can say yes, then you say no, then you say yes, then you say no. Okay. Is a discursive type of a composition hard? Guys, is this way too hard for someone to write? So this is how we get to write it in a very simple and good way. So what if you like that but you doesn't meet the limit of 250 words? So 250 to 350 words simply means here. You see, the answer booklets the way they are. Your answer booklets the way they will be. They are during your examinations. They are small. They are not big. Your answer booklets are way too small. Okay, I will show you when I go live the other day. I do have them. They are way too small. They are way too small. Even the lines themselves, they are way too small. Okay, whereby these, what I've written, you see, everything here which I've written, I can even cut the half, one page to be full and half. These things which I've just written here, the answer booklets are way too small. They are not that big. They are way too small. Once I have when I go live, the time when I will go live, I will show you the answer booklets. This paper which I'm using, it's way too even big. Even if you check the lines, the way they are, this is the line, okay? The answer booklet, even your line can be here. Your answer booklet can be here, the line. They are way too small. They are not that big, all right? They are way too small. Even what I've written here, it can even cut one page to be 4.5. You see? So to all those who do have a big handwriting, it's a big advantage. To all those who do have a big handwriting, it's a big advantage for them. It's a big advantage. It's okay. I've written finally. Why are you writing conclusion? Conclusion and finally simply means one thing. Okay, you can say finally, you can say in conclusion. It simply means one thing. Okay? So that's what it is. Take note, compositions in English, they must have at least 5 to 6 paragraphs. They must have at least 5 to 6 paragraphs. You can write 5 paragraphs, it's way too okay. You can write 6 paragraphs, it's way too okay. Kunda Kolala saying tomorrow, no, I will not be available tomorrow. I will be with my students, private students. I will not be available tomorrow. Sorry. So this is my line to all those who were asking. This is what is the title of this composition? The same question. That's the title. Lack of discipline leads to failure. Okay? So this is my line 0777737 44 44. This is my line. You can simply WhatsApp me 0777737 44 44. This is my what? My line. All right. Before I even go, any other questions? Before I go, any questions? Thank you a lot, Christabel. Any questions before I depart? Any questions? Any questions, guys? There is no need for you to start counting words. You just have to write one page must be full and a half. When I go live, I will show you the new answer booklet which you are using during your examination so that you see it. You see how it's supposed to be done. Inbox me, sir. I should inbox you. It's you who should inbox me, not me boxing you. So 165 words I have written. Are they okay? Okay. When they say 250 to 350 words, this simply means that One page of your writing, it must be full and a half. Okay, this is what it means. One page, it must be full and a half. That's what they mean. They don't mean that, okay, you should start counting word by word. That doesn't mean like that. One page must be full. The one page of your answer booklet, it must be full. Okay, and take a half. So when I go live within this same week, I will show you the answer booklet, how we get to do what, to write them, so that you see the same 250 to 3. You know what, sometimes I even wonder, I don't even understand why you people, you easily get confused. Okay, sometimes I even ask myself questions like, what is bothering this person? Okay, right. So what about other compositions? No, other compositions, they will be revealed to my personal students who are under my WhatsApp tuitions. They will be revealed to all those who are benefiting more. As for here, it is just to help you. I wish I knew you earlier, Muyelesa. No, this is even earlier. This is even earlier. It's not even too late. This is even earlier. It's not even too late. This is even earlier, much earlier. Okay? People, they even pass in 3 days' time. People, they can even pass in 5 days' time. You even have 2 weeks in between, and you are saying it's late. You are not even late. You still even have time. You still have time to tell the truth. You still have time. All right, guys, thank you very much. Thank you. So the main reason why I normally come live publicly, because I do know that there are some people who need to be guided, because they can end up writing something else in the paper. So I normally get afraid. Sometimes when I sleep, I'll be like, no. The voice will be like, help. Yes, you can join. So it's 100 kwacha until you write. Once you pay 100 kwacha, you will be part of the group until you write. Imagine, it's 100 kwacha until you write. Once you pay the 100 kwacha, you will be part of the group until you write. And imagine, I wish I knew earlier this topic. You see that it's way too simple. Huh? It's way too simple. Very much simple. Okay? It's way too simple. A discursive, it's very much simple. Even an expository, way too simple. Very much simple. So a discursive, expository, a narrative, it's way too simple. This is how we get to do. So you can simply inbox me on the same line to all those who want tuitions, quick revisions, which they're going to back you to help you so that you get a 1 and a desired grade in English. Okay, thank you. Now it's like Christians now are over. It's like Christians now are over. I can sleep. Yeah. All right. Okay. And how many are residents? How many live in Lusaka? How many live in Lusaka? How many are Lusaka students? Okay, it's okay. Even tomorrow you can pay. you will be added. All right. How many live in Lusaka? How many are in Lusaka? How many are in Lusaka? Lusaka students. Okay, concerning the part of expository, I don't know within this week because tomorrow, Monday, I am with my private lessons, my private students. Okay, we can do it on Tuesday. We can do it on Tuesday. Or if someone sends a bundle, I can come early here. I can come around 19 up to 20 so that exactly 20:30 I will be with my private lessons, all right? My private tuitions. So Alafa, you can send a bundle so that I go live early, 19:30 somewhere, because we normally start at 20:30 with my students. All right, so I am seeing some Lusaka students here. So Christabel, Lusaka, Alefa, Lusaka. Okay, try with Livingston, Kunda. Okay, it's okay, Lusaka. Interesting to see some Lusaka students. I am also in Lusaka. Christabel, I saw your name somewhere. Let's pay tomorrow. You saw my name somewhere. Where did you saw my name? Where did you saw my name? Okay. Thank you. We will just buy my fire for you. That will help. That will help. That will help. So, sir, you should write only one paragraph, or you can write. No, you should just write up to 6. Okay. For discursive type of a composition, just 6. Because one paragraph, it is for the introduction, the second paragraph for saying yes, third paragraph for no, the other paragraph yes, the other paragraph no, then you end. Only 6 paragraphs. For this type of composition, 6 paragraphs. They are going to fit. Because you'll be saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, that's how we do it. The purpose of this writing is to discuss how so. Uleji, you have just written odd man. Who is an odd man? So sir, you should write only 6 paragraph, or you can write only 6, end on 6. 6. Don't even reach up to 7. 6. It is the last number for paragraphs in English. Don't even go up to 7. That's way too wrong. It will be cancelled. That's what they have said in the instruction, saying that any writings that will be written beyond, they will be cancelled. They will not be part of your writing. Okay, so Kunda Kolala, I know you, sir. Oh, that's nice if you know me. All right, let's pay. We should make by SZ like, yes, let us pay so that we do with by SZ. We do with them. All right, Patrick, Kitwe. And actually, I was in Kitwe. Last month. I was in where was I? I was in where was I? Where was I? I've even forgotten the place. Okay. I was in, is it Kana West, if I'm not mistaken? That's where I was, in Kitwe. Yes, in Kana West. Yeah. I was in Kana West. That's where I was. Albert, you still remember? You even troubled me a lot. You even took some photos with me. You even troubled me. All right. So thank you very much, guys. Let us rest a bit now. Let us rest. And to all those who haven't subscribed, subscribe, guys. To all those who haven't subscribed, here, tap on this button, guys. Tap on this word which you are seeing subscribe. It is for your own benefit. Tap on this button which is written subscribe. It is for your own benefit, because anytime I will be live, YouTube will be telling you, saying that Bright is live. You can join the live. You see the benefit. So thank you guys, wishing you the best. Thank you.